Thanks for tuning back into the channel. As you can tell by the title of this week's video, Artist or Author, it's all about AI and AI technology. Is AI the death of creativity, or is it just opening up new horizons and allowing artists and creators to express themselves in different ways? And by creator, I don't mean online creator. I mean creative individuals. It's actually something I've been thinking about a lot lately, as I use a lot of AI in my work. I also teach photography, and I also write about gear and review gear as well on this channel. So when people say AI is killing art, I can kind of get that. But at the same time, what if it's not actually killing anything? What if it's allowing people or individuals to have more creative freedom and express themselves and push boundaries? This video is going to be a talking head video, and I'm going to talk about the AI that I use and why I use it, but I'm also hopefully going to cover different areas within it. And it's just something, as I mentioned, that I've been thinking a lot about lately. When AI first reared its head 2-3 years ago from the artist's point of view, I had reservations about it, and that's the best way of putting it. Now that I've learned more about it, learned how I can use it to express myself and in the works that I do, my thoughts have changed slightly. Let's be honest, AI makes a lot of people feel uncomfortable, especially people like myself, when I've spent years learning digital art and the traditional tools to do that. But is that the right way of looking at it? Should it not be a case of, let's open up this new tool and see what it can allow us to create? I've seen comments like, why bother learning Photoshop when Midjourney can do that in seconds? Or in the case of photography, why bother learning photography when AI can fake a scene very easily? Now that's a scary thing. That is a scary thing. But at the same time, there's different ways you can look at it. Same for everything though. It is easy to feel like we are being replaced in some creative form. And I suppose that there will be reservations. I'm looking at AI as a tool. And if you look at the internet just now, if you look at, for example, even Instagram, there's lots of vlogs coming out, a Bigfoot vlog, Stormtrooper vlog, all these are fantastic. These are allowing people to create perhaps something they wouldn't have been able to before. So you've got to look at it that way as well. And I enjoy these. I think these are really funny. And that's one of the things that I really like the AI for. Humor can be injected into it, and that's what makes the massive difference.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. A lot of you have been asking why I'm so rarely caught on camera.
This is why you humans never see me. Hey!
So those humans I talked to, they said they won't tell anyone. Had to cut that part out for reasons.
Oh, and I forgot to mention, those humans, they gave me their phones too. Always helps keep the vlogs going.
You ever actually hit anything with these blasters?
Once, but I think it was a tree. Still got promoted though.
Billy, watch the cables. Billy!
Anything I've created has always been war or fighting or battles, but that's because I like sci-fi. But the humour being injected into them are absolutely brilliant. So, do I feel as if I'm being replaced when it comes to the creativity? The answer for me personally is no. I don't know how you feel about it, and I would love to see comments down below. The internet is flooded with AI work at the moment, and it is really good to see. Some of it is absolutely beautiful, some of it not so much. But sheer volume does not equal vision, in my opinion. Here's where I stand. AI isn't killing art. It's allowing me to create images, and it's composite images that I do. It's allowing me to create composite images based on ideas I've had in my head for years. Some of them not so. A lot of my inspiration comes from film, but others I've had the idea in my head for years, but never found the photographic images or photographed them myself to create these. So the AI helps that way as well. It also helps me, it allows me to teach, which I really enjoy. I love teaching, and it allows me to create images, to perhaps put composites together to show you how to do it. And although some of the composite may be AI generated, some of it will be photographic as well. So it's that mix that I'm employing to be able to teach, and I am really liking that. The vision is here, I suppose you could say, and AI, with the tools of AI, I'm going to say that too much during this video, but with the tools that are available, it's now allowing me to do more and to be able to show more and create a vision with hopefully images that you like. I don't generate AI and call it done. That's one thing I don't do. That's when it's artist or author, and I'll get to that later. I don't generate it and call it done. I use elements of it to create a composite. And then once I'll scour the internet. I don't just generate them all in, for example, Midjourney. I'll go to Adobe Stock, I'll go to other Pexels, other places to get the images that I need to create the entire image. Now for me, I am going to say, rightly or wrongly, that is art, because I'm using the new technology and traditional methods, Photoshop, to bring a vision together. So you could say for me, for example, that I'm treating Midjourney like a sketchbook or a mood board, grabbing elements and creating the image. So this brings up the bigger question. What is art really? Is it the tool or is it the intent? Think about it this way. A painter uses brushes, a photographer uses his camera and lenses, a digital artist uses the tablet. Each of these tools has changed the way we create. So why should AI be any different? If the artist's intent is there, they're making the decisions, they're shaping the emotion of the image, the light. So is that not still art? Midjourney doesn't decide what I want, I do. Midjourney doesn't know my story. It cannot evoke the emotion I'm trying to bring out within an image. Only I can do that. And that's where the human element comes in. At the core of all of this is something that AI cannot replicate, and that is emotion, experience, and story. AI can generate thousands upon thousands of images, but it can't understand why one hits home harder than the rest. That's where the human element comes in. That's where we add the emotion, the story, the experience of it all. It can't tell a personal story. It can't feel heartbreak. It can't remember the feeling when you were standing on the edge of a cliff watching the sunrise early in the morning. AI cannot do this. It can only scan the internet and read images and anything that we have input. It doesn't have the human element. Good or bad, the future will let us know about that, but it doesn't have that. And that's where we come in as artists. We have all of these. We have the experience. We have the story. AI only does what we ask it to do. That is it. AI does not have the human element because we're the dreamer, we're the director, we're the ones that can add emotion. I personally don't think it's replacing creativity. I personally think it's just another tool to use to expand what is possible and to perhaps bring out what visions you have. Each time we see it in the internet, we see things being created. I tried Meta glasses recently and they're great. My first thought was, could these be used to help people with any disabilities? Is there anything that could be done that way? I wasn't thinking, oh, this would be great for filming a vlog, which I did think as well though. But that was my first thought. Would these help anyone with a disability of any form to understand things better, to be able to do things more? It's the same with AI and creating images. Perhaps these can be utilised in some way to help anybody with impairments. That's one of the things that I thought, and it's something that I haven't read enough about, so I could be making a really uneducated comment here. Perhaps it's already been done. But is it killing creativity? In my own personal opinion, no, I don't think it is. I think it's expanding it. It's another tool in the box. It's another tool that we can use to expand our creativity. And that's the simplest way of putting it. When it comes to the creation of things and the whole roundup about this video, I still have the same opinion though, which I had a couple of years ago when it comes to artist or author. And hopefully I've explained that during this video. An artist adds emotion, an artist adds experience, story, creates an image with it. Now, I'm not saying that anyone that types in the commands is not an artist. You can create an image in Midjourney in under a minute, 4 images in fact in under a minute, typing in all the commands as an author, all the commands and the prompts that you want. But did you feel anything here while you were doing it? And that's the big thing for me. When I am creating, I do get a buzz from it. I get a buzz inside and I really enjoy that. I couldn't be any more open and honest than that. I'll use elements of AI. It's a new tool in my toolbox, which I am trying to learn more about, and I'm enjoying the journey. I really am enjoying the journey. Am I getting the hit that I normally get? It's like taking a photograph. You take a photograph from here, not from here. You take it from here. So when it comes to AI, if it doesn't generate the image that I want, I'll continue to generate and generate and generate until I get one that I think that's nearly the vision I had. And even if I have to just take an arm off here and get an arm from another one, whatever, to create the image that gives me that buzz, I'll do that. That is when I would say someone, and I'm not saying me, I would say someone then is an artist. When you're just typing commands in, I'm going to say, rightly or wrongly, and it's something I'd love to hear your thoughts on down below, I would say they are more of an author. So that's how I sit with it. I've been asked quite a lot recently, where do you get your images? A lot of my images, or parts of my image, come from Midjourney. I pay a subscription for Midjourney. I am now looking at other versions of AI generative software or programs, including moving images as well. I'm trying VO2 at the moment. I am trying Kling AI 2.1. I'll put a list of the ones below that I am trying because I'm enjoying it. It's another creative tool. So I do apologise if this video has harped on just too long, but I wanted you to know basically where I'm coming from for it. I haven't put arguments against it. I've only given you my uneducated opinion on it, and where I think an artist sits and where I think an author sits. So rightly or wrongly, it's my opinion at the moment, and opinions always change. Thanks again if you stayed to the end of this video. All the links below to any of the softwares that I use are there, and I do hope you've enjoyed this one. And I also hope that you have some comments for it as well. I'll love to read the comments. I don't always get a chance to answer them, but I'll love to read them. Thanks again for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.
3 years we've been fighting now, and the mechs take every city and town one by one. They don't stop. They don't sleep. Just keep marching, tearing everything down like it was never there to begin with. Every day blurs into the next. Drop in, fight, survive, repeat. And somewhere in all this noise and ruin, we cling to orders, to uniforms, to whatever's left of structure. But deep down, we're running on fumes, body, mind, soul. The sky's been black with smoke for so long, I've forgotten what sunlight feels like. We never forget what we've been fighting